Tonight is bottoms up. Throw it on down, rock this quiet little country town. Get up, drop the tailgate on your truck. Find a keg and fill your cup up. Kick it on back, pretty little mama looking at you like that. Make you wanna slide on in like girl herself. It's tonight is bottoms up.
What's going on, vapors? Vaping Cowboy here. Today, I'm not really going to go over any reviews today. I'm just going to talk on a few things that kind of been bothering me lately about about the vaping industry, and then I'm going to go over one of my older mechanical mods that I've had for a while now, and I've had a couple problems with it, and finally, I've been going back and forth trying to figure out how to fix it, and I did actually end up fixing it a little bit for a while, and then I'm going to go back to the way it was, and so I'm just going to go over that. So it's not any type of review today, just a couple topics, and then we'll get out of here. I know it's been over a week now since I did my last video. A bunch of things have happened in my real life, and I guess one of the main ones was one of my wife and mine. One of our friends. He just passed away. Very young guy. He was only 42 years old. Heart of gold. Very, very awesome guy. I didn't get to know him that long, but the little bit I did get to know him, that he became a personal friend of mine, and I just wish nothing but fast recovery, and hope that their sorrow doesn't carry on too long, because death is very hard. It doesn't matter who you are. It's just everybody deals with it in their own different ways to try and cope with the loss of a loved one. So I just want to say that I'm sorry. Offer my sincere condolences, because I know how rough it is when you lose someone you love. I've lost quite a few of them myself, so I just thought I had to say that from a personal standpoint, anyway. But yeah, let's just get on with this review here. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to start off with this whole Sony VTC5's. Now, I'm sure that a bunch of you have heard rumors, and if you haven't, this will be the first that you've heard of it, but it's been going on for quite a while, and there are rumors out there that Sony discontinued the VTC5's. I'm going to go on record saying that is absolutely false. They're not discontinued. Something happened in Fukushima, and they actually had to close down one of their battery plants there. And this happened quite a while ago, and now we're starting in the States, we're starting to trickle down and feeling the effect. But there's a few guys out there. I was just doing a little research on it, and there was a guy who was actually in a conversation with an international seller for Sony, and he had like a 2.5 hour conversation with the guy, and I'm just going to read down what little bit of notes that I did get from his conversation. Is that Sony's original statement about them disliking the e-cig industry? I think that was more like trying to protect themselves, stay away from the industry. In fact, it's from what the source said, that it's a fact-finding mission for their batteries, and the rumors about the cancellation of the VT5's, they are not canceling them. They're actually going to be increasing their production. Like I stated earlier, their one plant had been shut down. They actually have built another plant in the Philippines, and they're I believe they're almost, or they are at 100% production now. So it'll take a little while for those batteries to get back into the consumer's hands. So if you can, hold off, because I actually became a victim of this last week. This last week here, I ordered 3 VTC5's from someone on eBay, and they said they had them. I paid $32.98 because I bought it now. Gave them the money. I also ordered a couple eFest 35 amp 18650 batteries. I've never used eFest, so I figured I'd give them a shot. And just my experience with two of the batteries that I've used so far with my mechanical mods is, you know, they're right up there with the VTC5's. You know, I've only used them for one cycle each, but yeah, I guess I can't really tell right now. Some people have said that the eFests, they take a little while before they get the full potential unlocked out of them after so many cycles. So I will keep vaping on those batteries, and then I'll give an update in one of my videos about how I think the performance compares to the VTC5's. So yeah, they have a plant in the Philippines. They're at about 100% production now. And the spokesperson for Sony said that the VTC5's is actually the staple for Sony, which is also good. They're going to be increasing production since they had to close that plant down. And theoretically, Sony is looking to make specific batteries for the e-cig industry. Now, nothing is official as of yet, so don't think they're going to go out tomorrow and start building batteries just for us, because that's just not going to happen. So, you know, I know it's uncharted territory for them. They're a well-known company. They don't want to, you know, some companies just want to keep away from the e-cig branding because they think that it could hurt their sales and their bottom line and all that stuff. But you know, eventually, after some of these reports come out saying that the e-cigs are way better than tobacco products, cigarettes, all that stuff, I think a lot more companies are going to get on board, and they're going to be more than happy to be like, yeah, we're a premium e-cig battery vendor or make mods or whatever. So yeah, don't rush out if you don't have to. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what happened to me this last week. So I'll continue anyway, because I kind of got a little bit off subject here. So yeah, I ordered the stuff. I paid for it about one day before I got my batteries in. I got an email from this customer. That's the wrong email. Okay. Okay, this is the email I got. This was one day before I got the package in the mail. I was actually at that funeral when I got this email. I came back out and I saw it, and I wasn't going to do anything about it until I got home, because I knew that the package already got delivered Wednesday. But Thursday, sorry. So actually, yeah, I did get it the day I got it, sorry. But it says, hi, we've just learned that it is impossible to get the Sony VTC5 batteries. I have tried with over 20 distributors. The existing order we had with our supplier has been canceled by them. The rumor, no, they said rumor. The rumor is that Sony has discontinued production of them permanently. Other eBay sellers may still have some on hand. All I can offer you now is a full refund, or switch to one of our other batteries with a partial refund issued. Let me know what your instructions are. And then they give me a link to their eBay site, and then what other batteries they have. Well, first of all, I wanted the VTC5's, you know, because that's what I've been using. I know the product. I know that they work very well, and for them to go around and do this to me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that has done that, but on their eBay listing, it said pre-order, and then it said the VTC5's, 30 amp, 18650s, you know, all that stuff. And they have 4 options for the batteries. You can buy 1, 2, 3, or 4. Each battery was like $11 and some change. So it was like 11 something, and then 22 something, and 32.98, which I know because that's what I ordered, was 3 of them. Because I just bought a new one, I haven't even charged it yet. so I wanted to have a complete set, 2 sets of them for this new mod that's coming in. So, but yeah, it's so I checked the mail. I had my eFest batteries. That was it. So I told them I wanted a full refund, and I said immediately, because I had the buy it now option. When you do the buy it now, you have to pay right on the spot. They gave me the money back, no issue. Now, I would have just left it at that, but I went to their eBay website and I was looking to see what other batteries they had. Maybe they had something else. Then I saw that they were selling the exact same batteries that I had ordered. They had the exact same description. The only difference is, instead of for 3 batteries $32.98, they added a $100 bill on every single option. So if you wanted 1 battery, it'd be $111 and some change, but it's with free shipping. I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. So automatically I called eBay up, I complained, I reported them. To all you people out there, and even if you have your own website and you're doing this, you better stop, because you're going to lose your customers. First off, turn around just because something is supposedly rumoredly discontinued permanently. You don't turn around and jack up the price $100. I'm sorry. That's bad business, and it just goes to show that there's not a lot of people out there that have a lot of ethics anymore. I mean, I know there's a few, and there was a bunch of companies out there and there's still companies out there, because I actually did find a company that had the Sony VTC5's still in stock, and they didn't price gouge. They didn't jack up the price. I mean, these people need to stop listening to rumor and wait until a proper statement comes out, or they get some fact. You know, what I said here already that's already a fact, that they're in production again. They're up to 100%, and they're going to increase production. So if you're one of those people that is on eBay, or you have your website up and you're a vendor and you're selling stuff and you've increased your battery prices, bring them down. I can tell you right now, because the moment that I find these people out there are doing this, I'm going to be putting up a list, and then I will put it out there for everyone to know. You're going to lose business. You know, I don't want to be a hard ass or something like that. And I know you're trying to make money. It's a business, but you don't need to turn around and gouge consumers, because without your consumers, you ain't got nothing. All you got is product in a warehouse or in your garage or wherever you store it, and you lose your customers. That's all on you. That's all on your business, and you go out of business pretty fast. You know, most of the people that I've come across, we're all very friendly. We're all hardworking. We're just trying to make a living, enjoy the stuff that we like to do, like vaping. I mean, it's you know, I don't like to come down. I don't like to bitch like this, but I mean, it just annoys me to no end how people try to take advantage of certain situations, especially when they don't have all the facts. But yeah, that's all I have to say, is that Sony is making the batteries again. So just sit back, relax, wait for those batteries to come rushing back into the market, and the prices will drop back down to where they're at. If you can't wait, I would say stay away from Sony. And stay away from buying from those vendors that are charging $100 and some for 1 battery, or $130 some for 3 batteries, or whatever. Go pick up an eFest 35 amp. You can find them on eBay. I know Vapor Joe's, they had a thing on eBay. There was a seller selling each of those eFest 35 amp 18650s for $9.50 each. I just bought about 2 more of those eFests from another company, and they have I bought them for like $10.50 each. I mean, not a bad deal. You know, it's $1 cheaper than what I've been paying for the Sony VTC5's anyway. So yeah, enough of that. I'm done bitching about that. Yeah, actually vaping on it is the MVC overdose. I'll be doing a I'll be doing a review on this later on. It's kind of a messed up is because I'm going to be talking about the Stingray here in a couple minutes here. The Stingray I bought from eCiggity.com worked flawlessly for a while, and then after about a couple months, the button was crunchy, and took it apart and cleaned it. Still did it, and it was still vaping good, so I didn't care. But eventually, over time, it just stopped firing. It'd fire some, and then it wouldn't fire the next time. It's very annoying when you want to vape. And so yeah, I took it apart, and we'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, I went to a local shop because I was tired because it wasn't working anymore. So unless I like mashed on the button, but you don't really want to do that because break it apart or whatever. But yeah, I went with the Overdose. They had penny mods and all this other stuff, and I actually like this. And the only reason I got this is because of the locking button. I mean, the other buttons, they were too kitty wampus for me, I guess you could say. So yeah, I went with the Overdose. Not disappointed in this at all. I've had it for almost 2 weeks now, so I'll be doing a review on that as soon as I can. So and then anyway, at the same time, I bought the Bloom Veil. Excellent device. Oh man, it's just like night and day between other stuff. I thought my Stingray was a hard-hitting device, and it is, but compared to the Overdose, oh, not even in the same ballpark. This hits a lot harder. I actually did get this working again, and was vaping on it for a whole day yesterday, and then I went back to the Overdose, and I was like, wow, that's just a big difference. And so now I'm with my Overdose, and who knows what I'll do with the Stingray. Maybe I'll give it away sometime, or who knows. Anyway, if you're wondering what I'm vaping on today, it is the Shock by G2 Vapor. I actually got this in my sample box, but lately I've been doing the Mount Pocono Vapes Black Cherry Berry, and then also their Cherry Cola. Just can't seem to get away from that. I also did put in an order to Strix Elixirs. I don't know if any of you have heard of them. I've heard quite a bit through the sample box. Have not received one yet, but she has a sale going on right now until tomorrow, which is Monday. They're 15% off on all her juices. So if you've never tried it, you can give it a shot. It's like $4.25 for 10 milliliters of juice, and then it's if you want to go with the 30 milliliters, is another $7.95 on top of that. So under $13 for 30 mils, I think is very reasonable. So you can go check them out, Strix Elixirs. So okay, now let's get into this Stingray here. I did a review a while back. It was actually one of my first reviews I did, and I was really happy with this device. Just a regular mechanical tube mod. You got your bottom firing switch, you got your locking ring here, and then you got your top cap, and it's adjustable. But yeah, it just stopped firing. It was boggling my mind. So I ended up taking some sandpaper and some 3-in-1 oil, and I sandpapered the connecting under the 510 connection. I sandpapered that, and then I took this switch apart. I sandpapered this. Let's see if I can take this apart. Or maybe I tightened it too much. Okay, I tightened it too much. Anyway, under this white cap here, you can take this screw off, and then this this plastic part comes off too, and there's two magnets. There's one magnet down here that's screwed down into the post, and then on the other side of this thing on the white is another magnet, so they're polar opposites, you know, instead of having the spring. And then they have a pin in there, and so it was a little gunky, so I cleaned it up, sandpapered it with the oil, and then I went up and down through the chamber because it was crunchy, you know, because when they machine it, it goes this way instead of going up and down like this, like you're using it. So I made it much more smooth. It was working for probably half a day to a day, and then it just started misfiring again. I got completely irritated with it. So I found out a solution to this button problem, because I did contact eCiggity, asked if they had any extra ones that they had for sale or any lying around that I could get my hands on. Nothing. They didn't have any, and I understand. You know, a lot of companies don't even carry stuff like that. You know, I know the Nemesis, you can get that stuff, and you know, because Nemesis, that's really popular and all that stuff. So anyway, so what I did was I kept looking and looking and looking, and then I finally found out that the Nemesis switch will fit onto the Stingray. I researched trying to find another button for the Stingray button, and cannot find it anywhere. You know, if you can find one, that's great. But I thought I did find one on eBay. They wanted like $15 for the Switch. No thanks. I'm not gonna pay $15 for a Switch. You know, why pay $15 when I can go, you know, if you're one of those people that want to go to Fast Tech, or you can even go to Vaping Walrus, you can get a really nicely made cheap clone for between $20 and $30. So why would I pay $15 for just a Switch when I can turn around and spend another, you know, $5 to $15 and get a whole new mod? It just boggles my mind. But you know, there's some people out there who will do it. You know, some people just love their devices, and you know, as long as they can keep milking it along, if they have to spend a little extra money to get a Switch or a pin or whatnot, more power to you. I'm not like that. I'm not rich, so you know, I try to spread my money as much as I can. So, but anyway, so I went and I found a company in the United States that actually sells Nemesis firing switch, the whole switch. So their website was down. I emailed them and said, hey, can you do orders over the phone because your website's down? And they knew that their website was down. They've been working on it all day. And I emailed them at like 9:30 at night, Central Time. And they're in the East Coast because they're from New York. So it was like 10:30. I got a reply within like half an hour, 45 minutes. They said they were going to be there all night. So if I wanted to call, if I felt comfortable with that, they would. They would take the order over the phone, ship it out the next day. Awesome customer service, especially a company I've never dealt with before said that they would do that just like that. So yeah, just you know, if you're an upcoming company and you want to have good customer service, that's the way to go about it. Because you know, first impressions are everything. So yeah, Origin Vape. Hold on, let me double check that before I say it wrong. I had it up here on the website. Yeah, it's originvape.com. They got you know, they got starter kits, they got clones, they got devices, tanks, e-liquid, parts and accessories. So yeah, I ordered a Nemesis switch for the Stingray clone. My wife's being goofy in the background, so. But yeah, it's just weird that. I mean, I guess it's not really weird. I just like the fact that that I can get a Switch for this Stingray mod, and it's just a Nemesis switch, you know. And the funny thing is my original Nemesis that I bought was from Fast Tech. And the top cap had a Delrin insert in it, down in here, just like this one. And it's the Nemesis has a screw, this one's adjustable. And then the screw, I was unscrewing it, and the Delrin thing just came all the way out. So I couldn't change battery without that Delrin insert falling unless I had it all upside down. Well, I got my RDAs on it, and that's gonna, if I got extra juice in there, especially if it's with my Magma on there with a deep juice well, it's gonna dump over everything. So I contacted them. I just asked for the top cap, and they sent it to me. Well, they sent the bottom firing button as well. So I was going through I made a new coil the other night on this plume veil, and lo and behold, it was still in the plastic bag. I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that. So I went out to my truck, got my Stingray. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. You know, it's got the spring in there. I mean, if I wanted to, I can get the magnet upgrade, but that doesn't really bother me. But yeah, it works perfect. So yeah, if you have a problem like I did with your Stingray button, not having the connection anymore in that, find a Nemesis switch. If you have one laying around, good. If not, go to Origin Vape, local U.S. company. You know, they're in New York City, or New York at least. I know that much. And so I got the brass. Yeah, got the brass one to match my my Stingray. It hasn't come in the mail yet, but yeah, $4.99 for a switch. That I can do. $15? I can't do that. Sorry. But yeah, so I have an extra switch on the way. But yeah, I tightened down this cap because, you know, it's got the flathead on there, and because I noticed that it was a little loose, and I was like, well, that's weird. So I put it back together, and now this works. So now I have 3 working switches. I don't know. It's all weird. I can't explain it. But yeah, that's my experience with the Stingray on the switch. But yeah, if you got a Stingray that is totally junk, firing button anyway, go to originvapes.com, get one of theirs. And yes, Origin Vapes, they're not paying me anything, they're not giving me anything free for this. I'm just a regular consumer like you guys. You know, I buy my stuff, and you know, I've had a few juices sent to me for free, and I did reviews on them. That's all fine and well, but yeah, it's just and it matches up perfectly too with the device itself. So it's you know, they're both clones. And they matched up. I'm fine with that, as long as it works, right? Isn't that what we're all after? Is stuff for it to work? But yeah, that's been my week so far. Anyway, it's Sunday, so I hope you're all enjoying your Labor Day out there, your Labor Day weekend. I know we are. We're actually getting some well-needed rest. Been run. But yeah, it's I just hope you're all having fun. Just make sure you're staying safe. If you're traveling back home tomorrow, which would be Monday, just be safe out there. There's a lot of stuff that goes on Labor Day weekends, because, you know, it's the last hoorah before the kids go back to school, and you know, one of the last holidays we have for a while. So just make sure you're staying safe. But yeah, I picked up a new charger. It's the digital charger from Nightcore. Yeah, Nightcore digital charger, not the IntelliCharger, but the D4 digital charger. It's got the graphs on the top and tells you how long that the battery's been charging for, and then it's got the display of how far along in the process your batteries are. I'll tell you, it's like night and day compared to the other charger I have. I just picked up it's like I think it was an $8 or $9 charger. I mean, it did good, but when I first put a VTC5 in there, fresh VTC5s that you just ordered and they came in, you got to charge them, man, that thing took like 8-9 hours. This one, I put those E-Fests in there. I don't know if the E-Fests differ from the VTC5s. I gotta wait till I get my other VTC5 in before I start charging those. Yeah, it was like 3 hours. About 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours, and fully charged, ready to go. So that's I think I covered everything. I bitched about people people jacking up prices on VTC5s. I covered the Sony's statement per se. You know, it's not official. And then covered that they built a new plant and they're back in production for the 18650s. Covered the Stingray switch issue. Yeah, I think that's it. I can go out and do some chores anyway. So this is the Vaping Cowboy. Just make sure you're all staying safe out there, and we'll see you again.